On April 12, 2013, North Carolina A&T State University was on lockdown. The North Carolina A&T campus police chief said, but after reviewing video surveillance, they believe the person who was described carrying the gun was actually carrying an umbrella. According to the A&T website, a black male was seen carrying a rifle on campus Friday morning. The university advised everyone to stay inside and lock their doors and windows. The lockdown began after 2 faculty members saw a wooden handle sticking out of the man's backpack. They thought it looked like the back of a rifle. After searching every room in every building, no gunman was found, and the lockdown ended. Here is a student's perspective on the events that happened that morning.
I'm Shelby Christie. I'm a junior mass communications and history major from Charlotte. On the morning of last Friday, I got to my 9 o'clock class, and I sat down and class was going as normal, and then I get a text from my good friend who's an RA, and he says, "Hey, are you in class? Are you safe? You know, I just heard someone mention something about evacuating the buildings over here, and they said something about a gun. Do you need me to come get you?" So immediately I interrupt my class and interrupt the presentation like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, excuse me. I think there's a gun on campus." And then I open up my Twitter feed and there's people who are tweeting, you know, we're being evacuated. SWAT just came into my classroom. So I'm like, okay, it's serious. So my teacher moves us away from the windows and the doors, and he kind of like barricades our door with a table. He just like tries to talk to us and keep us calm and ask us what we're going to do for the weekend. And another professor in the building knocks on our door and tells us, you know, have you heard what's going on? Cut the lights off and stay quiet. So that's what we kind of did, and everyone was just kind of looking in their phones and on their Twitter feeds and calling their parents. And then about 30 minutes after that, we got the Aggie alert. So we just kind of watched the news, and then that's when I called into the news. They called me and said, "Hey, I work for the Fox News in Charlotte where I live." So I guess my boss told them that she knows someone who's there. So they called me and said, "Hey, you know, can you tell us what's going on? Are you okay? What's it like in your classroom?" So I just kind of talked to them, and then once it was over, you know, my parents called to make sure I was okay. My reaction, as a journalist, I have to question everything. So I really don't believe it's umbrella. I feel like if a student called in and said it was a rifle, they said what kind of gun it specifically was. It's not like they said it was a gun. They saw that it was a rifle and used the word rifle. You would have had to see the rifle to identify it as a rifle. And, you know, I haven't seen many umbrellas that have straps over it that you carry. I feel like there's more to it. I think maybe they're still trying to figure out what it really is, so they don't really want to like alarm the students by saying we're not sure, because having a gunman on the loose is alarming. So, you know, I think there's more to it. I don't believe for a second that it was an umbrella.